As a recap of what we're doing. Here's my sequence. I'll tell you it's an arithmetic. Now, one of the things you have to be able to do is think back to where we started today and identify when it is an arithmetic sequence. So the question is, does this one follow a pattern of adding the same number at every interval? If I want the next term, do I add something to get it?
Yeah.
And what's that thing I'm adding?
Negative
3. So in this sequence, my common, correct, I can just subtract 3. My common difference is a -3. So that's the rule I apply. I add -3 to each term. I'm going to keep saying I add the same number every time because that's how the formula is set up. Remember, the general form, the general equation, is any given term is my initial term plus my common difference times n minus 1. That's a general equation before I filled in. Yeah, go. So now let's take what I know and plug them in. Any term in the sequence is going to be 12 plus -3 n minus 1. Shoot. Not right now. We can deal with that in a few minutes. That's fine. Now, so this equation will tell me any term based on a common difference of -3 and starting at the initial value of 12. So I start at 12, I work my way kind of theoretically up because I'm going to further terms. Before I go after A30, let's look at A5. If I follow this pattern, I know what it should be, right? Should be 0. Let's check it. A sub 5, 12 plus a -3.
Oh, it's the fifth number.
Because it's the fifth number.
I understand.
There we go.
Oh, I understand that.
It's okay. It'll take a bit for it to click for everybody, but we'll get it one kid at a time.
Like, almost not hard.
We'll see when we get there.
But then what do you do with like the common difference is like x minus 3 plus 7?
The common difference for what we cover in this chapter is always going to be a single number, either added or subtracted. So if I check, that's what I would expect. All right, I'm glad. Let's take the volume down. Joe, you have a question?
So what if you don't know the rule for the graph and we're screwed?
Well, if you look at this and you can't see that common difference in your language, yeah, you're screwed. But that's the first challenge with all of these problems.
Are they ever going to be harder?
For what we're doing, there will always be a whole number added or subtracted. Guys, now that I've got my general rule, did I get your question? You sure? Okay. Let's go after the 30th term. So a sub 30 is going to be, I started at 12, and then I'm going to do a -3, 30 minus 1. So that's 12. Yeah. 30th number. You got it. Now let's see. 29 times 3, 7, carry the 2, 87. So 12 minus 87, which is going to be a -75. I think. Did I get that right? Thank you. Okay, go ahead.
Why is the first number 12? Like when it says A5 equals 12 plus 9?
It's the first number.
12.
Is it always
Yes.
the first number?
It's always the initial value. Where did I start? We read left to right. So first one on the left.
How my pencil break?
Okay?
Do you need another
Guys?
one?
Other questions?